Hello? 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 Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the very first broadcast on Snooker Audio Live. So today we're giving you some live commentary from Ronnie's second round match at the International Championship in China. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the very first broadcast on Snooker Audio Live. Slight technical hitch there, getting some feedback, but I think we're back now. So let me just update the score. This is all a bit new, so you'll have to bear with me while I fiddle around with various windows and things. Okay, let me just update the score. So it looks like we're still in the first frame. Ronnie is 47 points to 51 down to Sanderson with one red left on the table. So Ronnie's just missed the last red. Took that pretty casually. So I'm not sure how seriously he's taking this particular match. But we'll have to see. So the referee's just cleaning the white now as Sanderson looks around the table. So the last red is on the left-hand side of the table, near the top end, a few inches away from the cushion. Sanderson bridging over the black. Looks like he's going to play a safety half ball up to the bulk end, just kissing the yellow. So looks like he's got a good snooker there. White in the top end, at the bulk end, sorry. A few inches from the cushion. Ronnie's got an edge, I think, on that red on the top cushion. Played it, hit it a bit thick, red and white, running up the table to the bulk end. He's got a double kiss and so the red's finished on the bulk line near the side cushion. The white's probably about a foot behind it. So it's a possible pot, but it's not an easy one. I think so. Sanderson is getting the rest out, getting his extension on. Again, Sanderson is only 4 points in front in this first frame. Looks like he's been underway for a while, so looks like it's quite scrappy. Oh, that's a nice shot from Sanderson there. Just dinking that red down the side rail into the bulk left-hand pocket, as you would normally look on the TV. Now he's got a brown in the centre. Yellow and green both on the bulk cushion, so not an easy table to finish off with. Taking on the brown, slotted that in, and he's played that nicely. So he's got the yellow into the left-hand bulk pocket, followed by what looks to be the green into the opposite bulk pocket. And I guess the key here is being able to get off the cushion after putting the green for the brown. Oh, he's played a nice shot there. He's just screwed back off the yellow from the bulk on the bulk cushion. Screwed back, pushed the green closer to the bulk pocket, making this a much easier shot. And probably more importantly, he's got a perfect angle now just to dink this green in and go back up for the brown in the opposite bulk pocket. Just playing it with the rest. And he just dinked that in. He's okay. He's pretty good. Brown now off the spot. White is to the right, just away from the green spot. Blue isn't on its spot, so he's got to be a little bit careful here to play something sensible so he can pop the blue. He's rolled the brown in. He's got that. He's now 18 points in front with 18 on the table, so he's got a shot with the rest on the blue. Just queuing up to this one, strikes it, nice. Oh, he jawed it. Wow, I'm surprised about that. So the blue's gone safe, just above the middle bag as you look on the TV, on the left-hand side of the table. White down near the pink. Ronnie's looking at the scoreboard. He's realised that it's all square, or rather he needs all 3 balls to tie the match. So Ronnie's played safety, put the blue back pretty much where it was, and put the white down near the black. It's not a snooker, but it's pretty safe. Lamb bridging over the black. It's a bit of a tricky one, this one. It's pretty hard to get safe. He could play an edge up and down, or possibly even just push the blue onto the bulk cushion. Let's see what he plays. Yeah, he's going up and down. He's trying to get he doubled the blue across the table. Put the blue in the middle of the bulk cushion and the white on the top rail. Good shot from Sanderson Lamb. Ronnie's down quickly to play it. Amazes me how quickly he works out these shots. Looks like he's playing an edge, white back down on the top cushion. It's okay, but it's left a half ball pot for Lamb. White's a few inches away from the top rail, so I'd expect him to get this, really. So he's queuing up now. Oh, but he's missed that by a long way. That was a poor effort. White heading towards the top pocket, blue heading towards the middle pocket. Oh, he's just stayed out of the top bag with the white. Can he get to the blue? Oh, it's hard to see from the TV angle. I think Ronnie would have played it by now. He's having to bend it. He's going to bend it round the pink. He hits the blue but doesn't pot it. White in bulk, blue just past the middle bag, so he's got that, just about got that safe. So Sanderson Lamb, what's he doing here? He's going to possibly up and down again. So similar shot to the one he played earlier, but at the opposite end of the table. But he's made a bit of a mess of that. But the blue's near the side rail. Ronnie's in bulk, so he could take this on, but it's a tough pot. Sensibly trying to play safe, but again, Ronnie's just a bit casual there, and he's just left another chance for Lamb. Blue just in bulk, white near the top cushion. It's a long shot, but he should probably get this. And he stroked it in nicely. White coming back down for the pink. Needs the rest for this one, I think. Yeah, hit that nicely. And now just the pink into the right hand top pocket, which he has missed and snookered Ronnie, but is Ronnie coming back? No, he's not. So Sanderson Lamb takes the first frame here in China and walks off, and Ronnie walks off. Sanderson Lamb walks off, and the referee starts racking the balls up. So this channel is also available on Mixlr Live for anyone that's wanting to stream this on another platform other than YouTube. So if you're in a car, you might find it easier to stream through Mixlr than through YouTube, because I think the YouTube streaming options are pretty limited, obviously, because YouTube's a video-based channel. So it might be easier to try Mixlr. If you've not heard of that, Mixlr, Mixlr. So Snooker Audio Live. If you do a search for Snooker Audio Live on Mixlr, you should find, hopefully, the channel broadcasting now. In fact, I might give it a go. Okay, so the referee's still racking the balls up. So Ronnie's coming back. For Sanderson Lamb is ranked 61 in the world. Ronnie still around, hovering in the top 10. Number 6, I think he is at the moment. So Ronnie would expect to win this game. We haven't played a huge number of matches these two. I think the last game was 2019. Ronnie winning 4 frames to 2. So we'd expect Ronnie to win this game, but he has lost the first frame to Sanderson Lamb, so let's see what happens. Ronnie's a traditionally slow starter, and a lot of it also depends on his attitude, and he looks a bit casual to me today. But anyway, here we go, second frame. Sanderson Lamb 1-0 up as he breaks off. White between the green and brown, hits the end red. White coming back, and he's played that very nicely. Looks like a snooker behind the yellow. Absolutely plumb. So Ronnie's got some work to do here to get out of this snooker. Looks like at least 3 cushions, possibly 4. He's taking his time though, which is a good sign. So maybe he will. Maybe he is taking this game seriously. Can never tell with Ronnie. So Ronnie's played 1, 2, 3. Here's the 4th cushion, but he's gone around the back of the bulk and gone straight in the middle bag. So straighten off. 4 points to Sanderson Lamb. So white in the D for Sanderson Lamb. He's got a long red to go for. Maybe able to get this and avoid the kiss behind the black, on the black, going behind the pack. Cues up. Goes for the red. Oh, he's missed the red. White's come back towards the bulk end, but not reached the bulk line. But the red's gone safe, so safety shot for Ronnie. Off the side of the pack. Back up the table, but it's heading towards the bulk pocket. Oh, he's jeweled it. He's okay. So this next shot for Sanderson looks a bit tricky. He's only an inch or so from the bulk rail. It's got a tricky edge off the red on the top cushion, using the full 12 feet of table. Here, can often go wrong these. Often hit too thin. But he's caught that nicely. White back into bulk. And the red is over the pocket. Over the top pocket though. So Ronnie might have a pop at this. Doesn't turn down much. So he's queuing out. Oh, it's a lovely strike from Ronnie. Played it with top off. Follow through offside and top cushions, and he's absolutely plumb on the blue. What a fantastic pot that was. Gloriously cued. Perfect on the blue. And now he's just slotted that in for a red on the side of the pack. Left-handed. Just play this plain ball just to come back off the cushion for the black into the top pocket. And there we go. This is a fantastic chance now. He's got 2 or 3 reds just at the bottom of the pack, which he could manoeuvre onto. Just screwing back off the black there, back onto the next red. Ronnie looking in good shape. Still seems to be sticking with the cue he got from Sonny Okani, so he's still showing lots of confidence. Looking very confident around the table, as he normally does. So he's got a low black here. Just canning into the reds. Oh, he missed the black. Oh, that's incredible. He missed a cutback black into the left-hand top pocket. And he hardly ever misses those. I'm staggered. Possibly one eye on the cannon. So now he's given the chance back to Sanderson Lamb, who immediately slots a red in, screws into the pack to open a few more reds out, and is on the black, which is hanging over the left-hand top pocket. So out comes the rest. Just needs to slot this in, and then must surely finish on a red. So he's got choices here. Red in the middle, left-hand middle bag. He's got probably a red in the top right as well, but coming around for the easier red in the middle bag, just to dink this in for the blue into the opposite middle bag. Nice angle on the blue here. Got 2 or 3 reds he can play for off this shot. He slightly rolls that in off the side cushion, and he's a little bit short. He's played on a red into the top right bag, but he's a little bit short, which means he's going to need the rest, and position is a little bit tricky. So he's given himself a bit of a problem here, and there's absolutely no reason to. It's pretty straightforward. Blue off the side rail. So here he is, gets the rest out. You could just screw off 2 cushions back for the black. He's got the red, has he? Oh, he's played that well. He doesn't need 2 cushions, just played it dead weight to finish on the black into the same pocket. So Lamb now 19 points to 15 up on Ronnie, looking good in this frame. Half ball black, off the top rail and perfectly on for the next red. Sanderson queuing up for the next one. Not hanging about. It's nice to see players that don't hang about. It's a pretty straightforward table, this one, so there's really not a huge amount to think about. Now playing the black off the spot, following through off 2 cushions for the red into the opposite top pocket. Played that nicely. Goes up to 34 points. Unfortunately, the stream I'm watching doesn't give you the current break, which is slightly annoying. But anyway, Lamb now, another black off the spot, low black. Just to run through off another cushion for a red into the opposite top bag. Plays that nicely. Comes around, chalks his cue. Again, he's getting on with it. Nicely done. Looks like Sanderson Lamb has invested in an Apple Watch since the last time I saw him. It's never, I don't know why snooker players don't wear more watches or advertise more watches when they play. Seems like an obvious advertising opportunity to me, but anyway. Meanwhile, Sanderson Lamb slots the black in, goes to 50 points, so he's now 35 in front of Ronnie. Playing a red at the bottom of the bunch just to free up a few more reds. He's potted it, but he's lost the white a little bit here. So he's not on the black, he's not on the pink. I'm not sure if he can get through to the blue. Which means he might have to look at the brown or possibly the green. That was a bit of a careless shot, I think, from Lamb. But anyway, straight down playing the green. Oh, he slotted that in nicely. White off Balkan side rail, back up for the reds. Yeah, he played that very well. No sign of nerves. Now he's getting the rest out. Playing a slightly hampered by the blue. Just bridging out, the rest slightly hampered by it, but he's played that nicely. Right to the middle of the bag and nicely on the black. So he's now 40 points in front, and there's 59 on. So he doesn't need many more of these balls to go into a 2-0 lead. Slots the black in, not cleanly, but it went in. Now he's back on a red into the opposite top pocket. So 4 reds left. This looks like it's simple stun shot for the pink. So I think that was frame ball. As Sanderson slots in the pink, and now he's 54 on front with 51 on, so he's made a good start to this match. Ronnie gave him a good chance and Lamb has taken it. And now he's just clearing up. 2 reds left. Perfectly on the black, into the right hand top pocket. So this looks like it's going to be a clearance for Sanderson and Lamb to take a 2-0 lead. Shot of Ronnie there, looking not particularly fussed, as usual. I guess he's seen it all before, and these are long matches in this tournament. They're 1st to 6, so no need to worry about anything too much yet, although being 2-0 down is not exactly a great start. But then again, he didn't start that well in the previous match, so against Alan Taylor, so I guess he's happy to let Lamb clean these up whilst he hopefully warms up a bit for the next frame. So Lamb's still going. He's just going to pop the final black, bringing the white back up for the bolt colours. And now we've got colours on the spots for a pretty straightforward end to this frame. So I think this tournament is in the east of China. For a bit of context, I think it's sort of, if you're heading in a plane heading towards sort of South Korea, you're kind of on that kind of line. Looks like a pretty good crowd, although I haven't seen too many shots, but when Ronnie's playing there's always a pretty good crowd. But Sanderson Lamb looks pretty confident. He's not hanging about. He's mopping these up quite nicely. Well, I've just seen a shot of the audience. They've got some very nice chairs. Very nicely padded. I'm not sure if they're like that everywhere in the arena, but they certainly look pretty comfy. And now Lamb has got to the black. And he's just going to slot this in for a 2-0 lead. And in it goes. So, Ronnie is 2-0 down. Let's update the score. So, if anyone's listening and want to give me some feedback, then by all means, please do. I'm not sure if live snooker commentary actually works on YouTube or indeed Mixler. So if there's anything else that people want to contribute or make some useful criticism or maybe some suggestions, then please do. Anyway, the referee's racking the balls up for the next one. I'm not quite sure who the referee is today. Not sure if I can get that information. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, I don't know who the referee is, but just looking at the rest of the scores, Sean Murphy's gone 2-0 up against Wang Zin Song. Apologies, Wang, I've butchered your name. Mitchell Mann 2-0 up against Scott Donaldson. Barry Hawkins 1-0 up against Huang Jiahao. Jack Lazowski, ranking event winner, 2-1 up against Lewis Heathcote. Lei Pei Fan 1-0 up against Liu Wenwei, and Zhou Xingtong 1-1 against Fan. So we're still waiting for the third frame to start in this best of 11. Referee's disappeared. Both players are ready to go. Ronnie staring at his chalk. Sanderson Lamb looks like he's staring at Ronnie, but they both look pretty relaxed. So I think the prize money for round 2 is £5,000, which is not too bad for a last 64 game. Rises to £9,000 for the next round, and then the winner receives £175,000, also known as ranking points. So quite a valuable tournament, this one. So Ronnie's just broken off. Stuck Sanderson Lamb in the balk end behind the green. Can't see the edge of the pack. Might be able to see the red that's popped out. In fact, this could be an opportunity. No, so he's played the dump shot. White on the top rail, red up towards the balk end. Quite a defensive shot. Ronnie's going to bump the red back down this end and leave the white in the balk, which he has done. Although that red is heading towards the pocket, the top pocket, so I think he's covered it. Hard to see from this angle. So he has, and now Sanderson Lamb's just going to play a roll up to the right hand side of the pack as we look. Oh, he's not hit that. I mean, that's a that's a pretty poor attempt. A roll up to the side of the pack. He's about a foot short, so I think that'll go back. Referee replacing the ball. And he's going to have another go. But it's not a particularly difficult shot, this one, so I'm sure I'll get it this time. Looks good, looks good. And in it goes. So now we've got a possible stalemate situation, and have they agreed on a re-rack already? Yeah, they've re-racked. Well, that's impressive. That's probably the fastest re-rack I think I've ever seen. Probably the right thing to do, though. I think it just saved a lot of tapping around on the side of the bunch. So referee racking the balls up again to restart frame 3. So referee just putting the pink on the spot. Ronnie going up to the table. Now he's trademark left-handed break in between the brown and the yellow. Oodles the right-hand side. Bottom red, swing it round, misses the blue. You see, it's not a bad break, but he's left a straightforward safety. Sanderson Lamb off the right-hand side of the pack. Although he's got a red actually. There's a red popped out. He's got a gap. Oh, he's jawed it. But he's played it well. Shot to nothing. And he's left Ronnie a straightforward safety shot off the right hand side of the pack. Might choose to swing it off 2 cushions to open things up a bit. No, just one. Actually, he did use 2 cushions and he's back. And the white's glued to the bolt rail near enough. So, good safety from Ronnie. Nice to see him look like he's concentrating for this one. He says he's enjoying his snooker, so hopefully he's relaxed and he can turn it on over the next few frames. Sanderson Lamb playing safe. Oh, he's caught the middle bump, sent the white towards green. Any damage done? No. So safety for Ronnie again. Off a red near the bolt cushion. 2 cushions. Did he hit the brown? He's hit the brown full ball. So he's left a couple of tempters for Sanderson Lamb. Lamb looking at plant. Although I'm not sure he can get to that, even if he did go. So what's Lamb going to do here? Looks like he's going to take on one of these. Dead straight red into the top bag. Dead straight, deep screw needed. Oh no. So he went play for the black. Didn't get on the black. Didn't pop the red. Has left Ronnie glued to the top rail with no real pot available. So all Ronnie can do here is go off the edge of the pack and play safe. Choice of reds to play off here. Was glued there. Oh, he's played that nicely off the side rail. Heading down towards the bulk end. And he's absolutely glued Lamb to that bolt rail. So not a straightforward shot here for Lamb. He's got to cue this if he wants to get back up to the bulk end. Oh, he hit that really nicely. Beautiful shot off the red, a few inches off the top rail. He's put Ronnie back behind the yellow. Excellent shot, that is. If you play snooker, you really appreciate those sorts of strikes. Superb. Ronnie back in. Looks like another safety. 2 cushions. Oh, this is heading towards the brown, which is a couple of inches off the top rail, but he just missed it. White comes back up and now just behind the bolt line. Lamb has got another safety. Off a red off the top rail. This could go on for some time. Lots of easy safety shots to play. Lamb plays it, 2 cushions, back down the bulk end. And he's played that nicely as well. So this could go on for some time. Quite a easy table to play safe from. Ronnie trying to liven things up a bit by playing off 2 cushions with pace, but he's unfortunately left a red over the top bag, and that's always the danger with doing that. You just don't know where the reds are going to go, and he's left one. But I think that's just Ronnie. He just wants to get on with it. I think he kind of accepts the risk with those shots and just wants to get a move on. So Lamb with an easy starter. Slots it in, a couple of kisses, and he's nowhere. He's just to the right and below of the pink spot. The only colour he can actually see is the black, which isn't potable. So he's giving himself a bit of an issue here. He could possibly try and play safe off the side of the black, although that's going to be hard to get to. So maybe he's going to have to play 2 cushions, try and hit the green, maybe hopefully try and snooker Ronnie behind the green. Queuing over a red here as well. There we go. Plays it with top, side, bulk, and he's missed it. So that's the foul. Ronnie white on the bulk line, but Ronnie's got a few tempters, but none of these are easy. So it looks like he's sensibly playing safe, standard up and down from a red on the side cushion. Touch of right hand side. Oh, and he's played that nicely. Oh, he's angled him. So the white is in the jaw of the right hand bolt pocket. And he's angled Sanderson Lamb. So Sanderson Lamb has got absolutely no shot here. Red's nicely spread. Black doesn't go, but pink's available. So he's got to be careful here. Looks like he's got a relatively good chance to nestle up to 2 reds on the baulk cushion. Looks like it's a pretty straightforward shot. See what he does. White hits the side cushion, and he's played that nicely. Just grazed one of those 2 reds near the baulk cushion, top cushion, so he's got out of that very nicely. So what's Ronnie going to do? Has he left those? Nope, he's not left anything. Ronnie looking up the table again. So it looks like a edge off a red again, back up the table, trying to get the white behind the brown. Has he got the pace? Has he got the pace? Oh, he's played that beautifully. So the white is glued to the baulk rail behind the brown. No reach to any of these reds, and this is a slightly tougher shot. He's probably got the same shot again, trying to nestle on those 2 reds on the top rail, but probably slightly more difficult, although you kind of expect him to get it because there's quite a big margin of error, because nothing goes into that right hand bag, so there's not a huge amount of pressure on this. So Lamb just queuing up. Now is he going to? Yep, looks like he's got the right angle. Yeah, he's played that nicely. Pretty straightforward. So Ronnie back where he was a few moments ago. 4 points to 1 in front in this game, but 2 frames down to Sanderson Lamb. Now Ronnie's playing another safety shot, this time choosing a different red to play off. And that's okay. It's not the best shot in the world. He tried to get the white behind the green, but instead ended up hitting the green. Left the white behind the baulk line, but has given Lamb a choice of safety shots. So Lamb's got an easy up and down off a red on the side cushion, which he takes. And it's got a defensive shot. Hasn't really put any pressure on Ronnie here. Ronnie's probably going to try and swing this white off 2 cushions behind the green, I would think. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. Gets the white onto the right-hand table as you'd look on the TV. And that's a much better safety shot from Ronnie. So, the reds being reasonably well spread, this makes this a little bit more tricky for Lamb. Looks like he's going for a thin edge. Oh, and he's absolutely butchered that. Gone straight in off into the top left-hand pocket. White back up the table, Ronnie in the D. Has he left the pot on? Hard to see. Just seeing a replay of that, yeah, hit it much too thick. Ronnie looks like he's taking on a half ball. Oh, he slotted that in beautifully. And as is normal with Ronnie, he plays it with, well, he's gone a little bit too far. I was going to say he normally holds the white up for the baulk colours, but he went a little bit too far this time. So now he's got a brown, but it's not on its spot. It's a few inches off the baulk rail. A little bit tricky. But he slotted it in, and the white is coming down and doesn't look like he's on much, although he might have a red into the baulk pocket as an emergency red, and I think that's all he's got. But it looks like he's relatively straight on this, so might not be too bad. As he takes that on, yeah, he likes that. He's walking already, slots it in, white up the table. A little bit too far for the blue, but he might be tempted by the yellow instead. Plays the blue, this time into the top left-hand pocket. Again, exuding confidence. And now he's plum position. Nice easy red. Playing for the black. This will get the black on its spot. Make things a bit easier. So black into the left-hand pocket. Nice little nudge onto that red below it, leaving him perfect on the next red. Little on and off the cushion for the black into the opposite top pocket. Again, perfect angle just to stun this in, or maybe a soft screw for the next red. Yeah, soft stun, I guess that was. So Ronnie 35 one in front in this frame. Just having a quick look at the table. He's got an easy next red, but they're going to start getting harder soon because they've got lots of reds covering each other. Slots the red in, leaves himself a nice low black to figure out where he's going to go next. Got a choice here. Could play on a red in the middle, possibly. Deep screw. And he's on that red in the middle. Just to the right of the table. Very close to it. A little tricky one, this one. Oh, he's got that beautifully. White off two cushions, back for the black again. Lovely shot. Nice easy black. And then again looks like another red into the opposite middle. Although this one's a little bit trickier, it's a bit more acute. I know from experience trying to put anything in the middle bags on a star table is extremely difficult for mere mortals, but I fully expect Ronnie to slot this one in, which he does. Nice little stun for the pink, and now he's tidying up this table very nicely in his trademark artistic fashion. So a little screw off the pink. Well, does that red go? Well, he screwed back, nudged a red on the side rail, but he's finished nicely on this red into the top left-hand pocket, and now on off the cushion for the black again. So Ronnie looking good in this one. 59 points to 1 in front, 58 in front. There's still 6 reds left, which is 75, I think. So he's got a bit of work to do yet, and there are some reds covering each other, so I'm not quite sure what he's going to do here. For a screw shot. Well, I don't know what he's done there. I think he's on nothing. He's going to try and put a red that's glued to the side rail, possibly a foot from the right hand top pocket. That's a big stretch though. He's not happy. He wants to get this done in one visit, but I don't think he can. Looks like it's the safety. But he's played that nicely. Yeah, that's pretty good. So there are 5 reds in a cluster on the top rail and 1 red glued to the right hand side cushion. So I don't think Lamb's putting anything from here. Only 65 in front with 75 on the table. So he just needs a red and a colour, I think. Lamb just rolling up. Just tries to nestle it into the pack of 5, but gets a glance off, giving Ronnie an easy return safely back up to the bulk end. And that's a nicely weighted shot. I'm sure Worthy Lamb played the same shot here, trying to just nestle up into that cluster of 4 reds. Well, he's tried to play a more positive shot, and he's not bad. He tried to play off the edge of one of those reds. He's got the white towards the bulk end, but well short of the bulk line, leaving Ronnie another easy safety shot. Again, swinging it off 2 cushions. And then he's tried to glue it behind the green, has he? Oh, he has. Oh, it's a superb shot from O'Sullivan. He glued Lamb behind the green. And that is a quality shot. So, Lamb in trouble, but the reds aren't in the open, so as long as he can get to one of them, he should probably leave it safe. So he's queuing down now, putting on oodles of left-hand side to get away from that green. Well, that's an incredibly poor effort. He's missed the reds he was aiming at by at least a foot. So that'll go back. He hasn't got many points to play with. Ronnie now 69 in front with 75 on. So he's got to be careful. So Lamb having a second attempt after the balls have been replaced. Having another look, see if there's an alternative shot on. Oh, so he's going from the other direction now, trying to hit the right hand side cushion. Possibly, no, actually going bolt cushion first. Bolt cushion, side cushion, reds, I guess. This is going to be a tricky one to judge. Hits the two cushion, third. Oh, he's absolutely butchered that as well. He's a mile away. Well, you don't expect pros to get out of snookers miss reds by that much. That was a shocker. In fact, that was a proper miss from Lamb there. So now he's 73 behind with 75 on. So if he misses this, he's going to need a snooker. But I'm not sure he's going to be... I think this. Oh, here we go. So the white line's up on the screen now. He's going to try and follow that. Oh, did he hit this hard enough? Oh, that's miles away again. Well, I'm shocked how bad those efforts were, really. You don't expect that from pros, but he's left Ronnie now a red down the top cushion just to seal this frame, which he takes. He's now 78 in front with 67 on. Oh, he slammed that pink in the middle. God, what a great shot that is. He just disturbed a couple of reds. Ronnie not hanging about. And it's all over in this frame now. So Ronnie just on the black, mopping up. Looks like Ronnie's warmed up a bit now. It's got the air of someone that... Well, he's missed the red, but I think Lamb's probably seen enough. And there we go. So Ronnie gets a frame back. 2-1 now to Sanderson Lamb. So this stream has come to an end. So I think schedule-wise, I think I'm going to struggle to cover whole matches. So I think what you'll probably see from this channel is some commentary on frames as and when I can get time to do them. So as it's my lunch hour, I might have to do some work this afternoon. But tune in later on today and I'll see if I can do some more commentary of some of the matches later on. Although I think the Chinese matches finish. This might be the last session for the China matches. So probably the next commentary will likely be tomorrow morning. So what I might do, I might try and get up early and try and do one of the early games and see how that goes. So anyway, thank you for listening. Any comments gladly received, good or bad. And I'll catch up with you on the channel soon.